What's up, music junkies? Thank you for tuning in. Today we have an exclusive interview with
Tara Kasey,
Tara Kasey. Yeah,
R&B soul artist,
R&B, great singer, artist, model, and scholar.
scholar.
Yeah, scholar. You'll find out soon enough.
Oh
But
yes,
so let's talk about music. That's what this podcast is about.
yes it is.
So I don't know if you know who 6ix9ine is, the rapper. Have you heard of him? The
The guy that are you talking about?
the snitch.
Takashi?
Yeah,
Yeah, the guy that's
the snitch. The one with rainbow hair.
yes.
Yeah, so did you hear that? So he came out of jail, all cocky. His lawyer got him off because he has asthma and the coronavirus was going to kill him. And if he stayed in jail, blah, blah. So they gave him house arrest, And he came out. He released a new song called Gooba. I think that's what it's called. Some trash song, my opinion. If you like it, I'm sorry about that. But it's like some trash trap rap song and it's horrible. But so he was in his apartment and he was taking pictures in his balcony with like cash. Just taking pictures, casually in his balcony, acting like he was fucking rich and shit. And then his neighbor was recording him like, "Oh my god, Tekashi moved to my apartment complex. What the hell? It was crazy. He's taking out pictures outside." So they found his address from that video. So they found out like this guy lives right here. So for security reasons, they moved him to another place.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Fuck, dude, the fucking
Snitches end up in ditches, dude.
yeah, you don't snitch and just get away with it. But he did post on social media that claiming that Snoop Dogg, because Snoop Dogg called him out, was like, "Why is fucking people buying this rat's music and listening to this dumbass or whatever?" And Snoop and Tekashi posted on social media saying, "You guys really want to know who's a snitch?" And tagged Snoop Dogg. Supposedly, he has information that some OG rappers are snitches.
Well,
Shit is gonna hit the fan, my friend.
oh my goodness, that is brutal.
I haven't.
Everybody loves Snoop Dogg, man. He is the come on.
But I mean, let's be real. Fucking, he is not really a gangster. I don't think
That's
Snoop. I don't think
okay.
Snoop Dogg's a gangster. I think he's a studio gangster. But that's just me. His music is fucking amazing, though. He's a great guy. Great guy. But Martha Stewart did more time than him.
Snoop. Hold on, I watched. So Snoop Dogg released like this video. I think I saw it on Facebook. He was just chilling in his car, blasting "Let It Go."
Oh yeah. I saw that.
He's like, you know, we're gonna get out of this thing soon, so you just let it go.
Oh my gosh. So Jason Derulo came out with a new song called Savage Love, and it came out 4 days ago. Also on Jason Derulo, I don't know if you saw, I was watching a video of him, and he shaved his eyebrow. Just one eyebrow off. So he was playing a basketball game with someone he knows, I guess, and they were first one to miss loses, and he had to shave their eyebrow. So Jason Derulo is walking around with fucking a shaved eyebrow.
That's awesome. That is. Have you ever done anything like that?
I would never shave my eyebrow. Dude, I'm already ugly as it is. I don't need anything else ugling me up.
Bruh, beauty's only skin deep. Okay.
Shit. Nothing inside here is fucking beautiful either. Let me tell you.
Oh shit, man. You need some Jesus in your life.
Y'all motherfuckers need Jesus. Anyway, LA. If you haven't heard LA, I saw him play live.
Matt,
I saw
how do
him
you
play
spell
live.
that?
ELHAE.
Nice. It sounded like you were saying L.A.
Yeah, that's how you pronounce it. LA.
L.A.
Yeah, so in his show, I saw him live. In his show, he spells it out. And look me up. My name's LA. It's spelled Elhaeae. But he said he has everyone chanting it in the show. He came out with a new song, or yeah, he came out with a new song on May 7th called "Need to Know." Check it out.
Dude, that's dope.
Great
I'm gonna
singer.
have to check him out for sure because I haven't heard of him yet. All I know is Drake, top 5. So there's Biggie, Han, Wayne, 3000, and Young Tony. Sorry,
Young Money. Young Money is
Young
their label,
Money.
bruh. Young Money, Cash Money. I don't know. His top 5 rappers, I don't fully agree with. Biggie's great. I wouldn't consider him top 5 though. I think Tupac, for sure, is number 1.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I know you love your Tupac, man. You've made it
You know,
very overtly clear.
my brother used to have that
Hit him up.
poster. My brother used to have that poster of Tupac just looking up like this. I'm like, okay, I love Tupac, but not that fucking much. I'm not gonna put Tupac fangirl posters on my wall.
What about Doja Cat with she had a special guest performance on The Voice, this past week.
Dude, that so if you don't know how she got famous, she's a great singer. A great singer. She has the song Say So, I think it's called. Super fucking catchy. It's on MTV everywhere. It's in fucking commercials and everything. But she got famous by releasing a music video of a song called Moo.
Moo.
And it's literally her saying, I'm not a fucking cat. I'm a cow. And I go moo.
You know what my thoughts were when I listened to that? That is my roommate made a comment too because he and I were both listening to it. And he's like, that is such a Taurus thing. And I'm like, yeah.
What?
Like a Taurus thing to say, like the cow, in the way that she's talking about how she is, she's a Taurus. Is she a Taurus? So that's something that I want to go look up and figure out for myself. I haven't done it yet. Probably should have.
You really? I just think it's just for shits and giggles.
Hey, it could be, but she's
twerking,
artist, bro.
Bro, she's twerking while eating fries.
She has them in her nose too, bro.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
you see that part?
See, imagine though. Imagine being so just making a funny song, not thinking anything of it, and all of a sudden you go viral, blow up.
Dude, if I made a funny song, I would sound like Weird Al Yankovic, and I wouldn't like it.
Yeah, they're trying to catch you white and nerdy.
Hey, I'm white and blessed, bro.
No, you're white and nerdy. Let's be real.
Chris Brown. One single of his is called "Wake Up Dead." How the heck do you wake up dead?
What is that from? That's from a movie. Scary
Pop
movie?
culture.
Scary
I think it
movie.
was Scary movie.
He's
Man,
like, you don't wake up
I
dead.
can't
Yeah,
even
Scary
remember.
Movie 3. Scary Movie 3. You can't wake up dead. If you wake up, you're not dead. Yeah, I don't know.
What else you got on Chris? I was listening to him the other day, man. I forget what song. I think it was called "No Guidance."
Haven't heard it.
It was good.
Chris Brown is one of those artists that I think they peaked when they first started. That was their peak.
Yeah.
Chris Brown
Before he
fucking.
started throwing hands.
We don't get into that in this show.
We're not
Jacob.
getting into anything.
That's domestic motherfucking violence, and I can't motherfucking deal with it. No, but Chris Brown was great when he was like this tall, super young. That was Chris Brown's peak. And he's still good. He's a fucking good singer, but I think he runs his mouth too much. He's always running his mouth on Instagram. I'm trying to understand.
Is he a Capricorn?
You tell me. You're onto these fucking horoscopes. What are you?
A Capricorn?
So you're always running your fucking mouth?
Am I?
Yeah. Yeah, you are.
And what? He has a 6 collabs. 3 with Young Thug, one with Drake, one with Gashi, and I can't remember the last one.
Joyner Lucas. So I don't know if you've heard Joyner Lucas, but Joyner Lucas did a song commemorating what? I don't know if commemorating is the right word, but he was talking about how Will Smith influenced his life, you know, with all the movies that he's made, you know, everything that Will Smith has done. So he does like a timeline of all the Will Smith's creations, and he dresses up like him, and he sings about how he's feeling like Will, and just how Will Smith was an inspiration to him growing up. And Will Smith heard it, did a reaction, and was all in love with it. And then they just released the same song, but now Will Smith is rapping the whole thing and talking about how he feels amazing that he was an inspiration to Joyner. But he also talks about Will Smith's inspiration, and it's pretty fucking good. Joyner Lucas is a fucking great rapper lyricist, and if you haven't heard it, listen to Will Smith or Will from Joyner Lucas, and then listen to the remix with Will Smith. It's a great fucking song. Also, speaking of Gachi has a new song called Delali.
What does that mean?
I have no idea, but it came out 4 days ago.
Sick.
So,
Chloe and Haley.
yeah.
Chloe and Haley, is that how you pronounce it? Their new album is out June 5th, and it also has Beyonce promoting it. You know, who would have thought? Another big name.
Well, they're signed by Beyonce's label.
I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and you know, Haley, I think it's Haley. She is the girl that's playing Little Mermaid, and then real life Little Mermaid. So she was the one that got all kinds of backlash. I think it was Haley, not Chloe. I think it's Haley. So she got backlash because she is African American, and you know, these. Nothing against you, nothing against, you know, other white people, but the white racist people were saying, what the fuck, this isn't right. Ariel, a Little Mermaid in the cartoon, was white. She was always white with red hair.
And you see, that's the problem with what's going on in society, is we all feel entitled to say what things should be because of all that internalized racism.
Yeah. And you know,
people really ought to just drop that.
I don't like to get into this topic, but people say Jesus was white. Jesus definitely, if you know, if he was real, if you believe in him, he was not white. He was from the Middle East. He was brown. He was brown. Saint Nicholas, Santa Claus, was not white. The real Saint Nicholas, look him up, he was brown. So
I believe you.
So when people say and try to, you know, interpret these historic people into what they want to interpret them into, that's fine. You could do whatever you want, but don't get mad when someone else interprets it a different way. Everyone has their opinions. Everyone wants to believe something. Don't mad. And I know I kind of steered away from Little Mermaid. You know, they're talking about Little Mermaid and how she's not African American.
But it pertains to it because but it pertains to the entire thing as a whole, because I mean, look at the huge uproar that caused. and instead of look at this person being the problem, it's like, no, look at how you guys are being the problem.
Yeah.
And continuing to perpetuate this amount of hatred.
Like,
And dude, love yourself. Don't be hating on other
like,
people,
how do you
man.
know she wasn't the best candidate? What if, all these white girls with red hair fucking just don't know how to act, and she was an amazing actress? You don't fucking know that. What's wrong with her being black anyways? What if she was Latina?
Like I said,
You know, I just don't
hey,
understand what the problem is. But
honestly, I think there's always going to be haters, but before we get too far away from the topics at hand, and yeah, you guys need to handle your shit apparently.
yeah,
Not you guys. We love you, music junkies. We're frustrated because we see a lot of things happening in the world right now that are just uncanny, things that you would have been called crazy for saying could possibly happen in the day we're living in. But what it all comes down to is the world does need a lot more love, compassion, and understanding. So,
yep.
Noah Cyrus. Yeah, I'm moving along. Noah Cyrus, new EP, The End of Everything. So it just dropped on Spotify. I don't know how many listens it has yet. Do you have any intel on that, Mario?
I do not, but let's fucking find out. Takes me
Shit.
5 seconds. And if you don't have Spotify, get fucking Spotify. It costs $10 or $15, and you can get 5 memberships. I love Spotify. I'm a believer of Spotify. So,
Yeah, showing your support for that kind of stuff.
hey,
And
Spotify, hold on.
I love
Hold on. Spotify. If you're listening, sponsor us.
please.
So, no, it doesn't give me the streams yet, but it is up, and it has a few good tracks. I got so high that I saw Jesus. That's a title. That's a title of her songs.
Yeah. Feel like that before, bro?
There was this strain going around in Yuma when we were living there, and back in the day when I used to smoke, not anymore. When I used to smoke, there was a strain called Jesus Pussy.
Wow. Did it smell like it?
Oh yeah, I know what Jesus Pussy is.
That's probably what they were trying to. I don't know.
It'll get you so high you'll see Jesus. That's for sure. Anyways, Charlie XCX has a new album, How I'm Feeling Now.
How I'm feeling now. I'm gonna go check that out after we're done here. Spotify is teaming up with artists like Marshmello and others to raise money for the COVID relief. For artists. Their goal is 1 million, and so basically artists can all add a link to Cash App, PayPal, or like a GoFundMe and be able to donate that way. So I think that's kind of unique and nice, a little way of helping within the community. Because like we said, going back into this political shit, I guess it all does mesh and kind of blend with everything because it is impacting us, and we have to quit living in that denial.
Yeah, we talk about this all the time, but it impacts so many people, and it impacts, the heroes working in the front lines. It impacts the artists you listen to every single day. They can't make money, and we're not just talking about these rich, well-known artists. Here we like to talk about, or we like to interview, and this is who we kind of like to focus on is the up-and-coming artists, and they probably need help the most. So it's awesome that Spotify is doing this.
Yes, and even the state employees have taken a 10% pay cut to help with the relief efforts, or at least that's an article that I read. It was hit by fact checkers, so it was deemed as okay and legit. But
so I also
that's
read
weird. That
I read that at one of the airline companies, the large ones, the CEO is only getting paid like 10% of his normal salary because he wants his employees to get paid. I don't know if that's true. I didn't fact check it.
That is a selfless thing. That is beautiful
Yeah,
right there.
that's
And I'm
fucking
like,
amazing.
okay, I feel that.
Jeff Bezos is fucking over there gonna be the first trillionaire ever. Like, what the fuck? Trillionaire.
What's he doing? What's he doing to help with any of this?
Uh, I don't know.
Not my place to say, just my place to ask questions and, what do you guys think? I can only see what I see. That's all.
It's crazy.
But before we get even further into this evil blanket we call
Life.
yeah,
We call life.
Let's go ahead and get Tara on. We hope you guys staying well, so stay tuned. Here we go. Awesome. So what could you tell us about yourself in a few words?
I'm super creative, artistic, and open-minded.
Awesome. Yeah, so we listen to a lot of your music, and you are a really, really great singer, and you're super talented. And so what are some of your inspirations?
I'm definitely inspired by like 90s R&B music. So Sade, I love Cassie. 2000 Sierra. As far as like modern day music, I'm definitely inspired by Jhené Aiko, modern day Sierra. Yeah.
Awesome. So of your inspirations, what would you say that you like about them and like about each? Like those little things that make them stand out and that you
I've
like.
always admired how Sade has been like really subtle and sexy at the same time. And I don't know, I kind of have like a soft voice. So everyone tells me that like I sing similar to Cassie and Jhené Aiko. So I guess it's just always been my vibe. I always look to them for inspiration. I also love how they're like lyricists. I love how they can just like turn, heartbreak or whatever experiences they go through into art.
Right.
Do you write your own music?
Yeah.
You write everything?
Yeah, I've been writing since I was like in second grade.
Because I was listening to your music and the lyrics they're pretty good. So
thank you.
How did you get started like writing music?
I've always been a writer. Like I used to write stories, like actual books, and then I was also writing poems and spoken word. But I used to I remember in second grade, I got in trouble for like not going to recess and just staying inside and writing songs. But yeah, that's just, I don't know, I've always loved writing music. So yeah, it's just a talent of mine, like something I'm really passionate about.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. So what are some tools that have like helped you grow as a musician? Because we all have that starting point.
Yeah. Definitely finding number one, like finding my style, my niche, and it also comes with learning more about yourself and understanding yourself as an artist and as a human being. It really helps with writing music because you're not so focused on how you want to come across to others. You're just focused on how you're gonna articulate your own struggles or your own hardships. It's almost like you're writing to yourself. Like, how do I explain what I went through?
There's just a lot of emotion,
Yeah, most definitely.
That's what music's all about. You want to kind of express yourself. You want to help others express themselves because not everyone could write music like you, or not everyone could, sing like you. And it kind of helps you help others, I guess, in a way.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like even if you're not a singer, there are so many ways to, tell your story and show your personality, whether it's through style or art, painting and stuff like that. And also I'm really into spoken word, but anything like that, I feel like, so music is just mine.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay. So have you ever had writer's block?
Writer's block comes so rarely, but I actually really appreciate when it does come because chances are if I can't really write about anything, that means that I'm really at like a state of peace. So I really appreciate the times when I can't really, like the pain is not fresh enough for me to like write a song or anything like that because the lyrics come so much easier when you're pissed off.
Oh my gosh.
So when you're not, so when you're not and there's like nothing to write, I literally just spend that time just doing my research and like researching different songs and music and genres that, you know, artists that I haven't heard about. I just take that time to just, you know, be at peace. And
You know, it's crazy because I've never heard anyone say writer's block is a good thing for me.
No, exactly. And so that for me also kind of was like like that light bulb moment. It's like, okay, so
that makes sense.
That is an amazing way of looking at it. So what is your writing process like, if you mind that I ask?
Well, it always starts with an experience. So I'm the kind of person where I kind of like, I'll even exaggerate a scenario. I'm super dramatic. My whole family calls me a drama queen, but literally if somebody steps on my toe, I'm going to like write about it. Basically.
No, amen.
So that's like, the process starts with that. It starts with something happening and then I might write one song about it or I might write a whole album about it. And yeah, so I guess it starts with the experience and then it starts with it. The next step would be reminiscing on it or looking back on it and thinking, okay, what happened? And then being in my feelings and then writing something and then taking it to the studio. That's a step-by-step process of how it goes.
Do you play any instruments?
You know, I used to play piano. I still know how to play, but I definitely didn't maximize my potential where that's concerned because I moved around a lot. And one time we moved and my piano was gone. So that was a bummer. And also I used the piano to help myself learn the guitar a little bit, but I don't even remember anything about the guitar, even though I'm pretty sure that if I picked one up, I'd be able to understand because it's similar to piano. So.
And who do you usually work with when you're, you know, because when you're writing, you have to, I mean, for me, I need to have a beat. So do you work with a producer, you know, while you're writing?
Yeah, I have a couple of producers that I work with like on an individual basis, but I also am always exploring YouTube to find more different, you know, creatives and stuff like that. And there's also a lot of good instrumentals online. So I normally just lease those, but I love working one-on-one with producers as well because that's really awesome.
Yeah, and then they help you.
Yeah, and I've been like, that's one thing I've been getting into this year is like finding a good team of artists that like I feel like complement my style and who I really trust. So that's been awesome. There's one guy that I work with now. He actually featured on the album. He goes by HBKRYN. But yeah, he lurks in the shadows. He's not a super like. He's more like he likes to be in the background, which is interesting. I found a lot of people in this industry don't mind being on the back burner. They don't necessarily want the spotlight, but they love to create. So yeah, he's super talented, and I work with him all the time. I'm actually going to work with him today on my second album, which I'm really excited about.
Oh yeah,
nice. Well, congrats.
When is that coming out?
I don't know because it's in the works. I don't even have a title for it yet. I have a few titles that are up in the air, but I haven't even decided on the title. But it's basically like a branch off of my first album. Yeah, I guess I had more to tell. So I was like, okay, here we go.
That's cool.
So when you're not, what kinds of other things do you like to do to decompress? You know?
I'm a full-time model. Also a full-time student. I'm pretty much graduating. I have about 3 more classes left, so I'll be graduating within the next couple months, getting my bachelor's degree, and then I'm going to law school for environmental law. So yeah.
Damn.
Nice. Nice. Oh my goodness. Well, shit.
Well, good luck. Yeah.
Thank you.
I wish I was book smart.
Like yeah, school has always been a part of my childhood. Like my family pushes school a lot. I've just been brought up that way. I definitely struggled though trying to find out what I was going to do as far as school is concerned because I've always just been super creative, so it was kind of hard. But I got into like I joined the debate team and went on to varsity, and I got into like that kind of stuff. So it's just a side thing. It's just a side thing.
Yeah, it's crazy how you're a singer, model, and then lawyer to be.
Yeah,
that's
Singer,
great.
model, scholar. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what. A triple threat. What's next? Like movie and film?
I have a business that I'm starting actually, but
Oh yeah, what is it about?
Nice.
It's within like the beauty industry, but I literally just got it up and running the past like couple weeks. So I haven't really been talking about it too much because it's not where I want it to be yet. But once I get it, boom, and then it'll be a thing.
Yeah, congrats.
Thank you.
So not to get too political, but as you're aware, there's a pandemic. But what's the first thing that you want to do that you're going to do after it all blows over?
Travel. I really, really need to get back to LA. I have a song coming out with a friend of mine, Antonio Breeze. It's coming out, I believe, on the 30th. It's called On the Side. And we've just been dying to shoot a music video for it, but I just can't get over there.
Yeah.
But as soon as I can get over there, then yeah, I'm hoping in June. I've been pushing the trip back since April. I like to go. I was there in March, and then there also in January. I like to go every now and then. I definitely love the energy out there and the vibes and the people.
Where's your favorite place to visit? Is it LA?
It's definitely LA, but yeah, it's definitely LA. Yeah. I haven't been many places outside of LA except for like Anaheim, and I did shoots there, but surprisingly there's work for models, but I don't know, I feel like LA is more concentrated with artists, creatives.
Yeah, it's focused on the movie industry and the music industry. There's not one person that I've not talked to from the music industry that doesn't love LA. It's crazy.
I feel like I don't think I would want to live there though because
traffic.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm used to peace and quiet. Like I don't necessarily want to be in the center of everything.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I'm not. The traffic. I spend 4 hours trying to get 10 miles.
Oh my God!
Yeah, LA's no joke.
If you go before traffic starts, you can get there in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's easy to see how this has kind of like impacted everybody's thing of everyday life, but how else has it kind of put a damper on your stuff?
Well, there's definitely like I would say lack of work where modeling is concerned. Less shoots because we're trying to be careful.
Yeah.
I still am modeling though, just not at the same rate. And I mean, LA seems like it's not. LA doesn't care because my phone's like constantly blowing up. Like, hey, are you back yet? Are you back yet? I'm like, okay, there's a pandemic going on, but I'll let you know when I'm back. But I guess aside from all that, like mentally, I'm okay. Like I feel like it's just like a kind of like relaxed period where I can just kind of like ease my mind and I've just been writing tons of music, and I feel like that's how most people should look at it. I know that not everyone's the same, so for some people, if they're not going to be able to necessarily produce more work, it's more like they have to just like work with coping. But I feel like when it's over, we're kind of going to miss it. So I just I focus on the fact that we have more free time and we have time to just even do some self-reflecting.
Yeah.
And just spend time with our loved ones because this is like a wake-up call that
yeah, it's fucking crazy.
I know.
Yeah.
I have a cousin who works in a New York hospital, and she just tells me every day.
My God.
Yeah, I know. It's insane. I was actually born in New York, so it kind of hits home.
Where are you living now?
I'm in Orlando, but I'm sometimes in Miami. So mainly Central and South Florida. But because I go to school here, I go to UCF. So I'm in Orlando for the time being. I won't be here for much longer though. And then I've also I was raised in Connecticut mostly. I moved to Florida like 5-6 years ago.
So you're born in New York, lived in Connecticut, then went to Florida?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And how do you how's the scene in Florida, like the music scene?
Everything okay. Definitely Connecticut has nothing. So, I'm from Weston, Connecticut, super small town. Before that, I was living in Rowayton and then Greenwich, but anywhere you go, it's super boring. There's nothing to do. But so definitely moving to Florida, it was a huge opportunity for me to just meet creatives and just. I mean, there's nowhere to even perform like in Connecticut. It's very, very it's just not meant for creatives. I feel like anybody who's trying to like pursue almost anything should definitely get out eventually.
How did the transition go from cold ass Connecticut to humid, hot
Oh
Florida?
my God. The first couple years, I lived like right next to my high school. So I had to walk every morning. And literally my hair would just be insane. Like I would feel like you step outside and you think that you need to take a shower immediately because you
Yeah.
just feel like the whole outside is just sticking to you right now. But I don't know. I've gotten used to it, so it doesn't bother me as much. And I think that your body kind of adjusts because now when I go to New York or Connecticut, I feel like I'm like dried out.
Yeah. And then it's too cold for you?
Oh yeah, way too cold. I don't think I could ever do that again. Hopefully not.
It's
The winters are so
like
long.
me moving from Arizona to moving from Minnesota to Arizona. It was so drastic. You go from like a cold, snowy climate to a dry, hot one. You're like,
Yeah.
"Ugh."
Yeah.
And Arizona is like, the peak of the heat.
I know.
120 degrees, and then Minnesota is like just the coldest place ever.
Yeah. I've been actually wanting to visit Minnesota. I kind of want to visit like the inner states. I don't know why. I'm weird.
The Midwest and everything.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I kind of like I guess small towns just because I grew up in like a small town, but I like small town states, if that makes sense. Like the states that are, kind of quiet and on the inside.
Like Ohio, Idaho, Montana.
Yeah, exactly.
The places that no one visits.
Yeah, I want to visit them. Just like for a little, I feel like the I guess the sense of neighborhood is like pretty, or the sense of home and over there is pretty like, strong.
Yeah, and there's I've heard they're super friendly, and they bring people in, and their hospitality is just amazing because they're a small town, so everyone's friends there, everyone is close. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never been.
So when it comes to your music, have you played any shows or been to any events where you sang?
For where?
Like when it comes to your music, have you done any shows yet?
Oh yeah, I've done a lot of shows. I do shows in Miami. I've done shows in Orlando too. I think only one show in Orlando. I mostly do shows in Miami and South Florida. West Palm Beach specifically has a lot of hosts a lot of events where artists can perform. So I feel like there every week, like a couple times a week, there's something going on over there where you can showcase your talent. I think that's really dope. Like the artist industry is definitely expanding there.
And so I've met, I've met two types of artists. I've met the artists that like to perform more than writing, and I met the artists that love to write more than performing. Which one
I
are you?
would definitely say that I like to write more than performing, because writing is like when you perform, you already have it written.
Yeah.
And like I love the process more than like the production.
You like making it. You like forming your baby.
Exactly. Rather than the spotlight, but I still like the spotlight.
Okay,
but
if you,
I still get nervous when performing. I need to work on it, but I always get butterflies before I perform.
Yeah.
The second song is always like easier. The first one, you're like, oh my god.
As soon as you walk out, you're like, oh, fuck.
I know,
and then
right?
after, you're like, okay, whew, we're good.
Anxiety.
Yeah.
I love it. Like, I love the rush. I hope it never goes away.
Adrenaline is amazing when you're up on stage.
If there are any venues, are there any that you would like to go perform at?
Like you mean like music festivals or concerts?
Yes, precisely.
I hopefully I plan on someday being able to perform at Rolling Loud, Golf Ball. Golf Ball is like, I don't know if you guys know, I think it's either in New York or Connecticut, but it was one that I grew up, around. It's like a music festival. What other? I said Rolling Loud, right?
Yeah,
and then obviously Coachella. So I'm getting high.
who is your dream person to perform with? Like, open for, or have, them open for you one day?
I feel like most people would name like a really big artist, but I've always envisioned myself performing with like modern R&B like male artists. And I don't know why, I always think of like a duet. I always think of like, it'd be so dope if I could like be the singer and then he could be the rapper, or we could both be singers. But I love like I love watching a girl and a guy on stage. I just think it's really dope. So I guess I would say who would I pick?
Yeah, who did you want in your duet?
I really like Young Blue. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. He's like a R&B artist, and he has a really particular voice, and he's a singer. And I feel like whenever he performs, you can really hear the emotion in his voice. And I'm just like really blown away by his music. So I would definitely say if I could perform a song with him, that would be so incredible. Because like, what? Yeah. I feel like we're in similar categories when it comes to like style of music, of writing, because I don't necessarily like for all my songs to be super structured. I like some of them to be kind of like a freestyle. And my lyrics are kind of like really clear cut. Like they come straight from, I don't necessarily always try to, use metaphors and stuff like that. Sometimes it's just like straight from my own experiences and straight from, what I'm feeling. So I think that he's also like that. So that would be a pretty amazing duo. Other than that, though, I'd love to just be able to perform big time with any of the artists that I've already worked with, like Cal Dirt, HBKRYN, Sauce Bastard, and Antonio Breeze. Those are the 4 main male artists that I've worked with in the past.
Cool. And then what other genres do you listen to besides, R&B?
I listen to almost every genre of music. One genre that I don't necessarily enjoy the most would be like heavy metal. Like I don't like the screaming. It kind of freaks me out. But other than that, I love like every kind of music. So
that's good.
Everything.
Well-rounded.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, do you have anything that you want to kind of like let your listeners know that you have going on for you?
Yeah. So I have a new single coming out. I believe it's going to be on the 30th. It's with Antonio Breeze. It's called On the Side. I've already previewed it on my Instagram, the rough draft, and it's done and it's ready to go. And so I'm super, super, super excited because it's the perfect mix of like soul and like a little bit of old school, but it's nice and sweet, but it's still upbeat. And
it's in 2 weeks, right?
Awesome.
Yeah.
2 weeks. Check it out.
Oh, man.
I'm excited.
Awesome.
I'm excited. Thank you. Yeah, and I'm also working on a second album, but that's still like it's still in the works. So
how many tracks?
As of right now, it's looking like 6 or 7, but I'm hoping to get like 8 or 9.
Okay, well, I wish you the best. I can't wait to hear it, and I'm sure everyone's going to be excited to hear that.
Thank you.
Well, Tara, again, thank you so much for joining us. We hope you stay safe out there. Yeah. So, we wish you the best of luck and keep doing what you're doing. You rock.
Thank you.
I felt like that was a really good interview.
Yeah, it was pretty good. She's an awesome artist. Check her out. She's coming out with a new song on the 30th, which is in approximately 2 weeks.
That's coming up quick, man.
Shit. Time is flying by.
Man, and I feel like I learned some things too from her. Like there is a different perspective that you can have, different outlook, and it is nice when you're not having to write the music because I guess there's no reason to go in there. You're not ruminating on some thoughts and God, girl, I'm sorry that you've gone through some pain and hurtful stuff. But
I've never heard that aspect, or that kind of, that, I guess you could say, that thought process where if I'm not writing music, that means that I'm not hurting. And it's crazy because,
Mm-hmm.
me and you have gone through so much hurt, in our life. And definitely have had so much material to write about. It's crazy.
Exactly.
It's crazy to think.
And me, I've only ever wrote about pain, and I guess that is my problem. I have a hard time trying to find, happy things to write about. It's like I don't need to write about happy things. I'm living the happy things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can totally relate to that. And as far as like where to get music and like how to work with different producers, I think that's a good route to take, man. If you're an up and coming artist and
Yeah.
want to actually get your foot in the door and don't really know where to go, it's like, dude, just start with poetry.
So work with people, any artists, collaborations are always useful. If you're an up and coming artist, feel free to reach out to us. We're not great producers or artists, but we will definitely help you out. Anything we can do to help out, help you write lyrics, we'd love to do that. So
Yeah, big collaborations, we're just trying to do what we enjoy doing and we love. And there's always room for improvement. We're not perfect, so stop thinking you guys are.
yeah, I think that's where people get in their heads, like, dude, I'm perfect, I'm amazing, my lyrics are fire.
And then the moment someone's like, I don't like it, they're like, why?
Yeah. Bro.
We're not.
Bruh. Come on.
Do what you love, man. That's all that's important.
Yeah. So stay tuned on our Instagram, Facebook, social medias. We have some big things coming, and guys, stay safe. That's all we have. You guys have a good one.
Love y'all. Peace.